What's up, bosses? Joeman543 here, and this video is long overdue. I apologize. So today I'd like to talk about my story with YouTube. I started YouTube long time ago. The channel says that I started in 2010, but for those of you who remember way back then, there's probably all of 2 people who remember that, I had some trouble with another guy on YouTube and I fell into a little trick, and so my YouTube channel actually got deleted and I lost about 250 videos way back then, and then I had to remake my channel. So after that, post deletion, that's where the 2010 comes from. So I've actually been doing YouTube at least a year longer than that, 2009, possibly reaching into 2008. The original reason that I started YouTube was back when I moved to Utah. It was 2008 and I was 12 years old. I moved here to Utah with my dad and I didn't have many friends. I mean, that's how it goes when you move. You don't bring your friends with you. And back then, social media and all that was still in its early stages. I've never been all that big on social media. I mean, I browse through Facebook once in a while, see what's going on with other people. I post stuff on Facebook, just, I guess, to keep them up to date on my life. But even now, I'm not super big on it. No Twitter, no Instagram, none of that. So, way back then, moved here to Utah, didn't have any friends. But what I did have was YouTube. I'd been watching YouTube for a while, even before that. Especially one of the channels I watched a lot was Nintendo Capri Sun. He was actually one of the inspirations for me starting YouTube videos. I saw him having a lot of fun doing it. Not like the silly kind of fun that a lot of the bigger YouTubers nowadays have, but more of like enjoyment. Like, it was peaceful for him to make those videos, and that really appealed to me. So I started making YouTube videos. I started with a camera, and actually before the video games, this was my very first YouTube video that never actually went on YouTube. I was mildly interested in skateboarding at the time, and so I borrowed a camera from my dad, went out on the driveway, and set it up on a garbage can, did some skateboarding, and well, the camera fell on the ground, fell on the lens, and the camera was done for. So of course that video never went anywhere. And that was the exodus of my YouTube stuff. Despite breaking a camera, first thing I ever did regarding YouTube was break a camera. But I enjoyed it still. I never got good at skateboarding, but I went on to then use another camera, pointing it at my laptop screen, and making YouTube videos. Halo was the very first thing that I did. And I think I even came back to Halo once or twice. Dang it! Sorry about that. My phone is my camera and it's mounted on a suction cup connected to a tripod with a extra long nut. So way back, how I really started making YouTube videos was I pointed a camera at my laptop screen and played Halo, played through that, and I think I actually came back to Halo once or twice later in my YouTube days. But really that started it. Made YouTube videos, eventually upgraded my equipment so I could actually capture my screen. Went through a couple more laptops and then eventually got a desktop computer. Also met people along the way. Bazum, the expert player, wound up being one of the longest standing friends I had on YouTube. More like cooperative video makers. I don't know what you'd call it. Co-stars? Amigos? I don't know. Point is, I feel like I went through most of the YouTube stuff. But here's where things were perhaps different from many others on YouTube. And I didn't realize this until much later. I wasn't making YouTube videos to get famous. I wasn't doing it for views, for subscribers. I was doing it to make YouTube videos. In fact, I enjoyed recording. I like doing that a lot. I wouldn't say I loved it, but I really enjoyed it. Strongly enjoyed it. But then when it came to editing, I kind of didn't want to edit the videos because at a minimum I'd have to watch through the 2 hours or so all over again and cut it into my different parts. I usually aimed to not go too much over 15 minutes. And yeah, if you can record a video, great. But if you don't edit that and get it on YouTube, it didn't go anywhere. And that was my problem. I enjoyed recording, but I didn't enjoy the editing and then the posting of the videos. Another problem that I had with video making was that I would make them for quantity. Again, I enjoyed making them, but I didn't enjoy editing them. That's why I feel the quality never got very high. It never got very far beyond just recording, talking over it, having some fun with it, and then editing it into parts and putting it on YouTube. I never did the cutting to different points, cutting stuff out. I never did very much of that because of the time that it took. As well, I was also a junior high student, then a high school student for most of that time. And, well, school takes time. Now I come to the part where I dropped off of YouTube. And I know I made a video on this, it was a long video, but I want to make this shorter than the over an hour video that I made. Basically, I grew up. And I don't mean to say that I grew past YouTube, it's beneath me. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, I got older, finished high school, I served an LDS mission for my church. Basically, I went over to Germany for 2 years, taught people about Jesus, and then came back, and I just didn't have the same spark. I tried making a video as what went on YouTube, but it just didn't have the same appeal as before. I'd had a long period without making videos, and in fact, before the mission, I actually recorded somewhere between 50 to 100 videos and had those scheduled to release while I was gone. that in itself, pre-recording dozens of videos was quite a challenge. But I don't want to make it sound like I didn't enjoy it. I did like recording them, just not editing them. So then I come back from Germany and try making videos again. I'm just not enjoying it as much as I used to. And since then, in fact it's been about 2.5 years since I got back, life has gone on. Life has evolved as life does. Imagine that. At this point, I have been in college, Weber State University, for 2 years. I started fall 2017. It's now fall 2019. And I have gotten married. I have bought this house here with my wife, and we're about 1 year into marriage, 6 months into owning a house. So between school, working 40 hours a week, having the house, fixing whatever else, car stuff, I also got into drifting. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. It is one of the lower cost sports or hobbies as far as hobbies go. It's just a set of tires every few events, really. My car is very light, so I don't burn up very many tires. It's really great. Anyway, so much has evolved in my life that I've never really had the draw to come back to YouTube. If anything, I've sort of remembered the old days of YouTube. I remember it fondly. I remember having fun with it. But I don't feel the same spark making those YouTube videos. Maybe it'll come back. Maybe I'll try again. But with what I have tried, I just haven't had the same appeal. And, you know, there are a lot of things you do in life where you don't enjoy it, but you do it anyway. For example, work. 40 hours a week. School, 14 credit hours this semester. Fixing, okay, I enjoy fixing stuff. But, but at the same time, if you don't enjoy something, you're less likely to do it. And if it has little reward, well, why do you do it? But with making YouTube videos, I've never had many subscribers or many views, and I'm fine with that. I understand why. But I used to get enjoyment out of it, now I don't. Without that, what's left? So I'm making this video today just to explain things, so that Joeman543 doesn't just die out of nowhere. I have enjoyed the responses I have gotten on some videos. I know my last video had 4 likes, no dislikes. That's a nice thing to see. At the same time, I think I do want to go back to it, but I have these other things going on. So I can't promise anything, but we'll see where things go. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is Joeman543. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.